what was that moment when you felt like, okay, this ain't just something I'm doing because I'm passionate about it, but this is something that is really turning into a real serious kind of situation? Because you know, the buzz started in Atlanta and it started to really kind of spread. And I remember like that whole time when everyone had snowman shirts on and everything. It was crazy during that time. You know, do you remember any moment where it's like, damn, like this is really becoming bigger than I thought it was really gonna be?
It was when I did my first couple of shows that I really kind of knew that, you know, I had a real voice and that they was really listening, because they recited Big, they recited Pac, but you don't recite a kid that's from Georgia that, you know, the local, you know, Atlanta people know, you know, and I think the bootleggers had a lot to do with that, because they was, you know, bootlegging the mixtapes and sending them to other states. And I think at that time Atlanta was a hub, so you had Magic City, Visions, all that type of shit, so people would actually come to Atlanta to hang out and hear the music in the club and go back home and take it. And that's how I kind of started spreading out. But the minute I knew it was real, really for real, was when I'd be out and grown ass men and come up and tell me like, man, like, I love what you're doing, you changed my life. I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers throwing, you know, $50,000, $60,000 in my van, you know what I mean? It was crazy. Like, I used to have,
they're throwing 50, 60
thousand in my. I had somebody throw $50,000 in my, and we was out somewhere, and somebody walked up to my van and threw the shit in there. It was like,
wait. So you was just hanging out in your van?
Yeah.
And someone you didn't know?
Yeah.
Walked up to the van. Was it in a duffel bag?
It was in a bag, and they threw it in the car. And then he told me he loved me, and I was like, whoa, man. And my homeboys was scrounging for it, trying to get the money. No, I'm serious. They was like trying to get it and put it in their pockets. I'm like, yo, man, you know, and I got as much of it as I could back, and I gave it to him. I said, yo, this ain't about that. You know what I mean? This is about you. This is what it's for you to get your money. And, you know, that shit was crazy, because it went to being like that. Like, you know, I had grown men, you know, walk up to me and cry, like straight up. And that shit's like, you know, I was gonna kill such and such, but I listened to you, and I'm just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But that's when I knew I had a responsibility. You know, it went from being, you know, the cool nigga in the club to, hey man, you gotta really watch what you say and watch what you do, because you're a leader and they're following you now. Right. You know what I mean? So it got really real fast. You know what I'm saying? So it was different. It was like I was making more than music. Like I was, you know, it was almost like I was preaching. You know. It was almost like I was preaching. It was like, you know, every word, everything you said, they lived and died by it. I seen motherfuckers with trapper tattoos on their face, chest, arms, whatever. You know, and that's when you know it's like, okay, it ain't just music.